what's black and white and red all over? That would be Panda with a sunburn, and this is Balloon Animal Lessons number 51. Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister, and today I want to teach you how to make a 2-balloon panda bear. This is a fun design. I know you guys have been asking me to make a panda for a while, but this design isn't exactly for a beginner. The black balloon, you need to break it in half and use both ends without letting it go. So let me show you how to make it. Because white and black balloons don't look too good on a white background, I'm going to be teaching you how to make the panda with gray and blue. So get your balloons out, I'll be using gray and blue. First, get your white, or in my case, gray balloon out, and inflate it about halfway. You're going to want to let some air out and leave a long amount of slack on the end. We're going to need that. Give the balloon a nice stretch so it's nice and soft. We're going to make a large flower petal that's big enough to fit the end of the 260 into, because we're going to feed that through later on. So you want to make a pretty large flower petal, but not too large, obviously. You just want it big enough to fit that 260 through there. Grab the slack, feed it through the flower petal to lock it into place. Go ahead and give the balloon a squeeze and a stretch. We want to do this to keep it soft. Now we're going to twist 3 bubbles that are each about 1 inch. So we have our 3 bubbles. That one's a little small. There we go. 3 bubbles. So these 3 bubbles here should be the same size. Now we're going to take the end here, we're going to twist these 2 together, so we should have something that looks like this right now. Now we're going to take that slack, pull it out nice and tight, wrap it up to where those 2 are that we twisted, and around, then back down to the flower petal. And that pulls it real nice and tight. Now we want to give this a nice stretch, so it's uninflated a little bit. It should be really soft. We're going to feed this through now, that hole. What that does is it gives us this cute little face of a muzzle right there for our panda. What I like to do is I like to take that bubble and move it down a little bit to fill in that hole. There we go. And that's what our balloon panda's face will look like. Now, for the rest of his body. You're going to want to twist a small bubble right there. So that's only about 1 inch. Now you're going to want to do about 3.5, maybe 4 inches, followed by another 1-inch bubble. Now we want to make another one this size, so 3.5 or 4 inches. But these 2 here should be the same size. Go ahead and twist this section into this section. So you have that. Now we're going to pinch twist that bubble there. To pinch twist it, grab it, pinch it, pull it, twist it. Now we want to make another section, 3.5 inches or 4. Should be the same length as these 2. Hold it up and twist it into that pinch twist. There we go. That's our panda's body. This piece here we don't need. So we can move the air to the top, twist off a small bubble, pop it. There we go. Let some air out, and we can just tuck it up inside. No need to tie it. But that's what we do with our white balloon. I know I'm using gray. Now get your black balloon, or in my case, blue. We want to inflate it all the way to stretch it out. This stretches it all the way out. Otherwise, you might need to use a second balloon to make the ears and the nose. But then we deflate it to about halfway. There we go, that's good. Give it a tie. Make sure the air is all nice and evenly distributed. This will also make the 260 a little bit thicker in diameter, but it also makes it pop easier, so be careful. We want to take the knot, we want to twist it right here into that pinch twist. We make the hind leg first. Same length as the body, 3.5, maybe 4 inches. Then we want to make the front legs. For the front legs, we're going to make a big flower petal. The flower petal is going to go over the neck between the body and the head. So you can measure it first, twist to where you want it to be, And you can see that's a little over a foot. Twist that so it's a big flower petal. Keep that from coming undone on you. Go ahead and feed the 260 through. And then we want to twist another hind leg 3 or 4 inches long. There we go. Go ahead and twist that one in there nice and tight so it doesn't pop on us. And you can break it off real close there because we've twisted that in there nice and tight. With this part here, we're going to try to make the ears and the nose out of it. If you don't have enough left over, get another balloon. My remaining section wasn't long enough, so I am going to have to use a 3rd balloon after all. If you need to do this, inflate it, halfway. Give it a tie and a stretch. First thing we're going to do is make the ears. For the ears, we twist a 1-inch bubble, and we pinch twist it by taking the knot and wrapping it into that seam and pulling it tight, essentially tying a knot, turning the bubble into a pinch twist. Go ahead and make another knot to keep it from coming undone. There's one ear. Go ahead and give it some slack. Well, you want about 2 inches of slack. Go ahead and tie another knot there. This is the hardest part of this whole design. So if you're having trouble, you're in good company. There we go. Now we twist another bubble, 1 inch. Now this one's a little easier because we can pinch twist it. And we can break off a section. And we can tie that one there in a knot. And tie a second knot just in case. So these are our ears. And we want to clean those up by taking off any excess. Here are the knots. And there we have our ears. With your remaining piece of slack, we want to inflate just the end. If you know how to poodle tail, that'll help. If not, it's not recommended, but you can do it. You can put it in your mouth, suck a little. That's not the most hygienic way to do it, but it does work. Wipe it off on your shirt. Don't let people see you do that. There we go. But poodle tail, definitely the better way. So you want to twist a small little bubble for the nose, and then tie a knot. This part here I don't need, so I can pop it, pull it through. And I don't need all that length, I just need a small amount of length. Just enough to wrap it into the nose. There we go, that's more than enough. Now we get to assemble our panda. So far you should have something that looks like this, and you should have these 2 items here. First thing we want to do is take the head of our panda and feed it through that flower petal. It sits right where the neck is. We pull the head up, adjust the body so that the odd balloon is on the top. And it should give us the look of a little panda sitting down. Now for the ears. Get your ears, and you're going to want to feed them through the underside and position them there at the top. So they're just fed through here at the bottom, but the tension of the uninflated section holds them in place. I actually learned this technique from David Brennan on his Rounds and Hearts DVD. So if you're interested, check that out, it's really good. Let's put our nose on next. Get your balloon, take the slack, we're going to wrap it around that part there, and we're gently just going to pull it forward and let the tension hold it in place. Next, we have our art to do. For the art, you're going to want to use a black Sharpie, but since I'm making a blue panda, I'm going to be using a blue Sharpie. Spot out where you want the eyes to be. For that, I like to draw a thin line of where I want the eyes to be. Next, on each end of those lines, I draw a circle. Then I fill in the circles, and then I try to even out any roughness of the shape. This is where artistic freedom really comes into play. I always think that pandas' eyes look like little cashews, so that's how I draw them. But our art is done, and we're finished with our balloon panda. How did yours come out? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, you can also let me know what balloon animal lesson you'd like to learn next week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click like. If you want more balloons, subscribe to my channel. I do balloon animal lessons every Monday, and my balloon challenge series, Balloon One Fell, every Wednesday. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister. For more balloon twisting instructions, check out my website, balloon-animals.com.